the warmer turns on just as before using this on switch, and you wait for it to load and kind of go through its beginning settings. To turn on the vacuum, you're going to flip this silver button, and to turn on the Neopuff, you're going to flip this silver button. So the warmer function works just as before. You'll hit Admit Baby and be able to adjust the heater power. You also have your AppGuard timer up here in the upper right corner and your menu so that you can get to the other functions that you need to do the weight, see the trends, or set up your SpO2. We're going to spend most of our time talking about the features of the new Neopuff. So as I mentioned earlier, to flip the suction on, you flip this top silver handle, and the Neopuff, you flip on this lower silver handle. The vacuum, you can adjust the intensity on this knob here. And the suction canister is located below. You see that this suction tubing here, it comes from the bottom of the warmer. This is like our current pink tubing. This has multiple patient use on it and only needs to be replaced when it is damaged. If you actually use the suction, you'll need to replace the suction canister and the suction tubing. You follow the suction tubing up to your little sucker or your inline suction, whatever you need to use for that particular patient. Now let's talk about the Neopuff function. There are 2 outlets located on the Neopuff. This first one here is just for regular blow-by O2. You can titrate the liters that you need as appropriate and hook up your O2 so that you can give baby just a little bit of blow-by. On the right side of the Neopuff, you'll see that you have your blender, anywhere from 21% all the way up to 100% O2. Your liters, which basically needs to be open to 10 or greater in order to get adequate pressure. And then your PIP adjustment, where you can adjust the inspiratory pressure for PPV. Finally, there is a gas outlet right here that connects to your T-piece resuscitator. So as you can see, our T-piece resuscitator looks a little bit different than the ones that we're accustomed to, but don't worry, its function is the same. A nice new feature with these new ones is they come with this red cap so that we can test the PEEP and the PIP without actually putting a mask on. Your PEEP, like before, you adjust on this top circle here. You can increase the PEEP and decrease the PEEP. And there's even plus and minus signs trying to make it foolproof. Now to test our PIP. The PIP, or inspiratory pressure, is what happens when we occlude the top of the T-piece resuscitator. As you can see, when I press, this goes up to a little bit less than 20. I want to start all of my kiddos out at 20 for their PIP. So when I occlude this, I'm able to take this knob and adjust up to 20. If your provider asks you to increase the PIP, you're going to turn this knob here and notice that there is a maximum pressure relief set at 30. In order to override this, you're going to have to press this yellow knob down in order to turn it up to 45. The max this bed will go is 45. One other thing that I want to mention is not only is this warmer hooked up to the wall so you have unlimited air and oxygen supply, it also can become its own portable Neopuff. Down here, you're able to see an O2 gauge and an air gauge that lets you know how much is left in the tanks that are located on the back of the warmer. In order to use this as a portable Neopuff, you're going to have to open the tanks for both the air and the oxygen. This works similarly to our portable Neopuff at this point. You're going to be able to turn these to let the free flow of the air or the oxygen go, and then you're able to use this similarly to a portable Neopuff. Hi, my name's Andy Sprayden, and I'm going to show you how to use the warmer with the new Neopuff.